Holy frickin' heck, these spiders are scary! Die, spider, die! Oh, God, what a gross idea for a level. This game is terrifying. So recently, I decided to go back and replay Jak and Daxter on the PS4. When I was a kid, I played this game so many times on my PS2, and a few months back, I bought the Jak collection on a nostalgic whim. And so while I did beat this game in about 5 days when I was much older, it was way harder than when I played it as a kid, and also maybe less fun. Now, let me explain. I'm sure we all have those games or those movies that defined our childhood. Not the ones you just remember, but the ones that you spent hours with, days with. Now, this first Jak and Daxter, that was Little Cass's comfort food. When I was too iffy about starting a new game, I'd just start another playthrough of good old J&D. I remember my dad used to always get mad at me for playing this game instead of trying the other ones he bought me. Sorry, Dad. In my defense, 7-year-old me knew what was up. This game was awesome back then, and it's still really fun today. The graphics are really pretty. I love how much the different sections contrast with each other. The pukey green and rainy atmosphere of the boggy swamp is legitimately disgusting and gross compared to the nice, bright aesthetic of the main town. But actually, no, I take that back. The contrast is cool and all, but boggy swamp and spider cave, yeah, you two can remove yourselves and go to the much darker and harder Jak 2. The local village was always my favorite as a kid. I loved wandering around, talking to all the different NPCs. For having the sole purpose of giving quests, Naughty Dog made these characters way better than they need to be.
Gotta milk those yak cows, gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day.
Plus, wandering from house to house on those little bridges is oddly satisfying. Speaking of bridges, the audio design of this game is supreme. Everything sounds just so stinking good. Some examples. Precursor platforms thudding. Precursor orb collecting. And the sequence that plays whenever you collect a power cell, don't even get me started. Now, the audio design may be perfection incarnate, but the music is, it's okay. Okay, maybe it's because I associate my higher levels of fear from childhood, but the music that plays every single time you get into combat, it's absolute anxiety. I think it might be the screeching of the train brakes that just shake me to my core. Dude, playing this as a 19-year-old scared me, so either someone did their job really well, or I'm just a big stinky baby. If I'm being honest, I am most definitely a big stinky baby, because this game is super freaking hard. I don't know how I nailed every jump as a 7-year-old, but I died so often from the dumbest things.
Oh, no.
I'll say something really teary at the funeral, like, "Oh, am I gonna get changed back now?"
One thing I didn't realize until I was looking at all the footage I captured is that when you plug in headphones to a PS4 controller and you have a microphone connected, it records all of your audio, and I talk to myself a lot.
Oh, brother. I hate the buggy swamp.
Now, the platforming might be hard for me, true, but that doesn't make the game difficult necessarily. I may have died often, but there was no real punishment for dying, and the respawn time is really quick. I think that's probably what got me through the game so fast. There was no punishments for death. Even if you're just looking to breeze through the story, you could do it in an afternoon. Even for a somewhat completionist like me, it only took 5 days to get the platinum. The replayability is just not there, especially compared to the modern-day open-world games. The enemies really aren't up to par either, in my opinion. I know Naughty Dog was trying to cater to children with this game, but the world and the protagonists, they're not that childlike. But the villains are really childlike. They're your basic Maleficent-esque king and queen duo. They're evil for the sake of being evil, see no other view but the obviously evil one, and generally do nothing to stop the people they want to stop until you defeat them.
Fools! Enjoy your front row seats to the recreation of the world!
Considering they never return in later Jak games, they feel like a wasted opportunity to develop better characters.
Yes, Gall and Maya. The Dark Eco probably destroyed them. Probably.
I'm really glad I took the time to go back and play this. It was a fun trip to my childhood and video game history in general. It's crazy to think that this is the same developer that's making games like Uncharted 4 and The Last of Us Part 2 now. While I did have a good time playing through it, it was not as fun as I remember as a kid. There's not like there's anything wrong with this game, I just think nostalgia made me a lot more fond than I would be if I played it today. Or maybe my gaming wants have just matured. So yeah, those are my thoughts on replaying Jak and Daxter in 2020. If you liked this video game related content, let me know in the comments. It's something I'm trying out and I want to hear your feedback. I plan on playing Jak 2 sometime soon, and I'll make a video for that one too. Who knows, maybe my brooding teenage angst will find that one a lot more fitting.